Okay, so, something great. Okay, so now let's move on to the not so great.
Yes. Although this story was really interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. But first, let's tell you what it is, that a gene therapy for an autism linked condition, which is Angelman syndrome, um, had consequences of robbing two people of the ability to walk. A clinical trial for gene therapy for Angelman syndrome. Now, for those of you that don't know what Angelman syndrome is, it's a rare genetic condition that's related to autism.
Yeah. And there were a small group of people that they were doing this clinical trial with. And of course, I love that they were incredibly responsible. And the minute that they saw that it was causing a problem, they halted the trial. And that's why it's making the news. There was a drug developed by Ultragenyx and GenTX called GTX-102. There were different degrees of it that they were injecting into a small group of children, but first one child, one individual, I don't actually know the ages of the individuals in the test. Well, they were 5 to 15, so I do know that.
Recovered from this, we should say. It was not lasting.
But I think scary for the participants. Yes. And the one had numbness and difficulty walking, and the other one lost the ability to walk. And they even say, even those that couldn't support themselves on their legs are walking around fine. They are currently somewhat more coordinated now than they were before the study. I think part of the issue was that initially this drug had showed so much promise, and this has slowed it down. But I do think studies are important, and looking at what consequences are and dealing with them responsibly, is super important. It's very scary, Amanda. It's very, very scary. But again, as Nancy said, it did not persist, and that, in some cases they're a little bit more coordinated than they were before. So
yeah, and here's what I found, what I thought was interesting. It said, while the safety issue is important to resolve, experts say, given that the therapy otherwise appears to be effective, and the trial could guide treatment strategies for similar brain conditions. And I'm running if it could guide treatment strategies for autism.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. And, I look forward to hearing what comes of this. I think sometimes there was a definite thing with the dosage, that they would start slow and then add more. And when they got into the more intense doses is when they saw that this problem occurred. So it might be that they have to give the doses over a longer period of time and not have these issues. We'll look forward to seeing what it is, but very scary for those families and for those individuals that were going through that. I can't even imagine. And so, but an important story to cover.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.